This is where the party is right now. Call this meeting to order. We all stand to the flag. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let's get a roll call.
Yes.
Discuss the party.
Councilwoman DeGroot,
Here.
Councilwoman Hayner,
Here.
Councilman Secreto,
Here.
Deputy Supervisor and Councilman Van Cleek,
Here.
Supervisor Quigley is excused.
Are there any additions or changes to the agenda at this moment? Are none. Hearing none, let's continue on. We have the minutes in our packet from April 4th and April 18th. Entertain a motion that the minutes from both meetings be approved.
I'll make it.
The motion's been made
I'll second that.
and second. It's moved and second. Any comments? There are no comments. All in favor? Anyone opposed? Got it. Now, I missed something, public discussion on agenda items. Look at that, I didn't mean to do that. Let's back up. It's time for public discussion on agenda.
Should I make the motion to change the annual update document to annual?
No.
Later, okay.
So let me back up, public discussion of agenda items. We open the floor right now to the public discussion of any item that's on the agenda. Apologize for passing that up. Anyone like to speak? Oh, okay, all right, good, thank you. I think that means we'll hear from you later.
Well, depends on how it
All right. We should have brought the cannolis.
I knew it.
Did a move minutes? Okay, communications, are there any communications?
No communications.
All right. Abstract of claims. Mary Ann, could you present that, please?
Actually, I have the monthly summary report as of May 16th. The fund total balance, the general fund started at the 351,962.74, and our grand total at the end is $607,627.50.
Entertain a motion that the abstract be accepted.
I make that motion.
It's been moved, seconded.
Second.
It's been moved to second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Okay. It's been accepted. All right, we'll move on to the next business on the agenda. Presentation and acceptance of the town clerk's monthly report for the month of April. Sue, do you have anything you wanted to comment on or say about it?
No, nothing to note this month.
Okay. Entertain a motion to accept the town clerk's monthly report.
I will make that motion.
It's been moved, seconded.
I'll second that.
Any comments? None. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Pass. Next item is the presentation and acceptance of the supervisor's monthly report for the month of February, March, and April. Documents are included for everyone's review. Entertain a motion that they be accepted.
I'll make it.
I'll second.
It's been moved and moved and seconded. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion to accept the ARPA compliance report for March 2024. This has been in the packets last month for review. It is now the time for us to accept it. Entertain a motion to accept, please.
I'll make that motion.
It's been moved to accept.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any questions or comments? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? I need a motion to set a public hearing for local law number blank of 2024 pertaining to the chapter 127 parks for June 6th, 2024 at 7:10 p.m.
I'll make the motion.
It's been moved.
I'll second
It's
that.
been moved and seconded. Any comments or questions? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Nope. Rocky, we'll turn this one over to you. The motion to authorize the hiring of some seasonal employees.
I'll read them both together. Employees' names are Mike Sills and Don Yeager. Their title will be park attendant. It comes out of Recreation Department General Fund. These are seasonal appointments, non-competitive, non-union. No health insurance. Their wage will be $18 an hour. The start date was May 1st, 2024. And both of these men we don't get a lot of applications for summer help, but these two guys have been working for the town for 3 years seasonally now, and you do a great job at the parks. And I make a motion that we hire both of them back.
Okay, he's made the motion. We have a second.
I'll second that.
Any comments? I know they're both smiling, both people that are smiling since the park opened, so that's good. And we've got some great raving reviews of the park so far, so good. So we got a motion and a second. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, that passes. Great. The next one is the motion to authorize the hiring of one temporary employee for the office of Judge Floyd Myers. Rocco, can you take
Yes,
that one?
this comes at the request of Judge Flood Myers. The employee's name is Michelle Pendon, temporary court clerk. Comes out of the clerk court and the general fund. Seasonal, non-competitive, non-union, no health insurance, and her wage will be $18 an hour. Start date is May 28th, 2024, and this will be a temporary court position.
Okay.
And I make a motion that we hire Michelle Pendon.
It's been moved. Any second?
I'll second
It's been moved to second. Any questions or comments? There's no questions or comments. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Is there anyone opposed? It's unanimous. Passes. Great. The next one is a standard resolution that has to be entertained every year. It's a resolution establishing the standard workday for elected officials. I don't have enough time to read it. Well, I don't think you want me to read it, but it's in the packet, so go ahead and take a look at it, but everyone on the board has seen this before, so I entertain a motion that this be accepted.
I'll make that motion.
It's been moved.
Second.
It's been moved to second. Are there any questions or comments about it? Anything we need to know? It's a standard format, so all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Approved. Thank you. Do we need to do a roll call on that one? So I just noticed,
Probably a good idea.
it just says on the second page. Why don't we do that?
Okay, sure. Councilwoman DeGroot,
Yes.
Councilwoman Hayner,
Yes.
Councilman Secreto,
Yes.
Councilman Van Cleek,
Yes.
Supervisor is excused.
The next item is a resolution authorizing attorney for the town, Jason Kovacs, to commence a civil action in New York State Supreme Court on behalf of the town of Ulster against Catello Viviani. This has to do with the property located at 338 Glenary Boulevard. The resolution is included in the packet. I need to entertain a motion that it be accepted.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Is there any comments or discussion on this? Just want to add that this is a step in what it says a process, and we will continue on this road to try to get this corrected. This is by no means the resolution of the problem. It's just a continued action on it. So I would like a roll call on this one.
Councilwoman DeGroot,
Yes.
Councilwoman Hayner,
Yes.
Councilman Secreto,
Yes.
Councilman Van Cleek,
Yes.
Supervisor is excused.
Okay, we have listed on the agenda, personnel matters regarding the court office. There are 4 items here, and Rocco, you'll handle those. And the reasoning behind these are largely just because of some movement within the office and market conditions.
So we have one employee that's going out on
Mhm.
personal matters for 6 weeks, so we had to make some changes. The first change is Roseanne Kozlowski, clerk to the justice. Court comes out of general fund, full-time, non-competitive, non-union. Health insurance is covered. The wage is now $22 an hour. The start date is 06/01/2024. And I make a motion that we put Roseanne's wages now to $22 an hour.
I'll second that.
It's been moved and seconded. Any questions? All in favor, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Is there anyone opposed? So that's unanimous. Thank you.
All right, the second one is Jasmine Arterio Burt. Title is court clerk, court and the general fund. It's a full-time position, non-competitive, non-union. Her wage will be $22 an hour, and the start date is 06/10/2024. And this is just another change.
And it's a
Someone
temporary,
taking a different position in that office.
it'll be a temporary. sign.
Right,
Yeah.
everything's temporary.
This,
Make a motion that we raise Jasmine up to $22 an hour.
okay, a motion's been made, second,
I will second
it's
that.
been seconded, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, is there anyone opposed? That's unanimous, thank you.
The next employee's name is Karen Gorski. Title is court clerk, comes out of the court and general fund, full-time position, non-union, full-time insurance. Her wage will be $23.06 an hour, and the start date is 06/30/2024. And I make a motion that we up Karen's wages to $23.06.
It's been moved,
I'll second that.
it's been seconded, any questions?
No.
All in favor? Aye, aye, anyone opposed? There's no opposition.
And the last one is Judy Hovers. Title is court clerk, comes out of the court and general fund, part-time position, non-competitive, non-union, no health insurance. Her wage will go to $19 an hour. Start date is 06/30/2024. And I make the motion that we raise Judy's hourly rate to $19 an hour.
Moved,
I'll second.
seconded, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Thank you all for that. Anna, you have the next one?
Yes, I make a motion to accept the annual financial report filed with the New York State Comptroller's Office for town's financial results for the year ending December 31st, 2023, fulfilling the supervisor's obligation under municipal law 30.
This motion's been made. Do we have a second?
Second.
Is there any questions or comments about this? If there are no questions or comments, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed? That's unanimous. Resolution authorizing the adoption of the town board by the town board of local law. Let me start over. Resolution authorizing adoption by the town board of the town of Ulster of local law number 2 of 2024, a local law to amend the zoning code cannabis retail dispensaries. This has been reviewed, it's had its public comment period. We've had it in our sites for quite a while. I need to have a motion to accept this.
I'll make that motion.
Need a second, please?
Second.
It's been moved and second. Is there any more comments or discussion about this before we vote? Okay, and without that, I need a roll call, please.
Councilwoman DeGroot,
Yes.
Councilwoman Hayner,
Yeah.
Councilman Secreto,
Yes.
Councilman Van Cleek,
Yes.
and the supervisor is excused.
The next one is under discussion. The handbook was sent to you as board members. It's the same one that was put out in the public document in the last time. The red lined issues were shown to you. If you don't give comment today, tomorrow, we will contact the public sector HR, have them produce an electronic copy without red line. That will be sent to you. And then, and we will then have that probably at our next meeting to vote on, because we've had public comment, we've had public, everything, it's been out there for a while. And to reiterate, our labor groups have all had a chance to interact, and which I appreciate, they did, and we had some great feedback. And this document is, I think it's been done well. That doesn't mean that it will not change in the future, because they always do. So we'll finally be able to say on this date, we have updated it, we'll get ahead with it. So be ready for that in your email boxes. Now is the big announcement about summer camp.
Oh, wow. Give me what, 30 seconds?
I want 32.
We had set a limit at 65 kids for the summer camp. What was it, 3:30 this afternoon? We hit 65. So we hit our limit, and I have just enough counselors to cover the 65 kids. We had 13 counselors. So we'll be up and ready to go. We'll be ordering supplies. They'll be going to see the county. We'll have our CPR course, which like to tell everybody, any town employee will be invited to the CPR course that I hold for the counselors. So it's open to all employees of the town. Great. I'll give Peggy notice and she'll send it out. So
Any
But
comments or questions?
this is the first time before June 1st that we
Yeah.
ever filled our numbers on summer camp. So I want to congratulate the parents for paying attention. You know, very seldom that they make it to usually right to the date.
Yeah, and it's good that you got your counselors all in and Sue.
Yep,
thank you for all the
counselors, a
work.
lot of them are coming back, so 90% of them are from last year. Yeah.
Oh, good. 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 Yeah, good group. I was down and visited with them once or twice last year. It was a good group, yeah. And our last topic is listed as update on the roadway in, but I understand there's a name change. So we've asked, our building inspector Warren, if you would come and present to the board a brief report about the building situation there. Chief, I forgot, we're gonna have Chief Berardi. Chief, we're gonna ask you to comment on this too, but then you had one other comment you want to make also, right? So we'll add that to the.
So, I made a recent trip, actually this afternoon. So in the past, there have been sort of numerous issues with it when it was the roadway, after a brief closure. They got their sewage system back online to the approval of DEC. They have enclosed their trash receptacle. They've cleaned up considerable amount of trash around the site. They have fenced off the treatment plant to prevent access. They have also installed fencing along the entire perimeter that overlooks the Route 28 and what is that? GU Drive, which is kind of a steep embankment, to prevent people from possibly going over it. And we are constantly monitoring the situation up there. Chief can speak more to what else is happening.
One question I had, did you notice or observe, is UCAT or the school buses, are they going up there or are the children still having to walk to the bottom of the hill, you know?
When I was there this afternoon, there was an actual school bus on site and I passed one coming down from up there. I've also witnessed UCAT buses traveling, so we are, the foot traffic down on 28 has reduced. Some people just choose not to use the bus, but it's become available. So that's helped in that situation.
Okay, did anybody have any other questions for Warren about that site?
Thank you this time.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Chief, could you come up and talk about that, and then you were gonna give us an update on the.
Good evening. Regarding the Kingston Motel, I know, back last year, we, in conversation, it was receiving a large amount of calls for service relative to police, fire, and EMS. To this date, I don't have the comparable numbers. I could say we still are receiving calls for service, maybe not quite as much. But they are receiving service calls in all aspects, police, fire, and EMS.
And no noticeable significant increase.
I haven't seen anything different from this time period last year. I could run the numbers from date to date and get a better understanding where they're at.
If you could at some point, that right,
Sure.
Chief. And then the second thing you wanted to just mention about the grant.
Yes, this earlier this week, we were notified by Department of Criminal Justice Services that we had received a grant we had applied for, as well as other local agencies. DCGS has awarded us $70,000 in a technology grant. I just want to make note, obviously, over the years, the town, with the support of a board, have always been supportive of enhancing our technology and the police department, and this will only further enhance that by receiving some additional funding from the state. So I'm happy to report on that, and we'll all be moving forward on projects that we want to complete with it.
Yeah, that'd be great. Fantastic.
Okay.
Any
Good job.
questions for the chief? Yep, okay. And then Warren, thank you for giving that report. If there's nothing else for board business, we will now open the floor to public comment on any topic. Keep it relevant to the town of Ulster. or UCR, right? If you-
Uh-oh. Okay.
Oh.
I just want to thank you.
Oh.
Ann Simmons, Lynn Fallon,
It's a step.
318 Glenary Boulevard. We've been waiting 4 years for this. I thank you very much.
We're next door.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's a step. We talked.
it's a step. I know that.
What
It's
I'd
a step.
like to know is, through this process and in the coming days, who can we contact to talk about this?
I would like to say, for his sake, I'd say he laid down in a chair, and I think he's passed out, but it's the typical, you know, you have to talk to Warren about it.
Okay, but he, okay.
But
Well,
Warren
let me
is
tell
not
you-
anything
Warren's
bad.
not-
I don't
Warren's
want to say
not,
anything bad, but he was supposed to condemn some of those buildings and that hasn't happened yet.
Excuse me, they were condemned.
They were getting us.
Oh, okay. Well, we didn't see any signs. I thought there'd be signs, but there isn't. Okay, that's fine.
It's good, thank you.
so, okay, so
It's in
through the process of the
It's in
court
progress.
action, it's, how, do you have any idea how long it will take?
Warren's finding it again.
It can take a while.
It's gonna take.
Jason's got his hand up.
Jason,
Jason,
oh, they can talk to Jason.
you can talk to
Okay,
Jason.
let me
Somebody
try-
volunteered to talk to
I'm a
you.
little dubious is because we heard that it was going to the court maybe about a year ago.
It takes time for them to.
No, it looks like it never went to court, so, but it is going to court this time.
And Jason would be willing to speak to you when the meeting's over.
He can tell you the times and everything.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Great. Thank you, thank you.
We're trying.
Is there anyone else who would like to speak to the board? This could be cool. Okay, go ahead. I was gonna.
Now, come on, Laura.
I'm just gonna be quick, and this is something very nice, is I
All right.
went and drove around last night looking at the trees that we planted.
And
And I'm really happy, we did have one that was broken off, over,
That one store,
behind
yeah,
Miller.
yeah.
I don't know what it was, but, I think the county will help us replace it, eventually. But I see blooms, little red bud flowers on
Isn't it
some of
nice?
them. We had dogwood out here, you know, they're small now, but they're all growing, and the bushes, I got down to Buckley Street, and the bushes down there are doing well, so, that's just good news, so.
Thank you.
anyone else?
Make a motion that we.
I said, quit while you're ahead.
I'm making a motion to close it.
And I'm gonna.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you all very much. Have a good evening.
It just seems weird.
Exactly.
We can go get ice cream.